Hi guys, CodeTutor here and my name is Anil Deshpande.
In the discussion of push notification, so far what we have been doing is we are triggering notification from FCM, that is Firebase Cloud Messaging Console. However, as I had told you in the earlier video, this is not a real world scenario and we need actually another system to trigger the push notifications. So what do I mean by this is, the Firebase Cloud Messaging Service actually sits between the mobile application and backend, which is built for storing the data or doing lot of other processing. Now, the push notification will have to be triggered from mobile backend to a mobile application. Now, the question is how to do it. Well, we are already aware of the initial steps. That is, when the application gets installed, it registers itself with the Firebase Cloud Messaging Service and then FCM returns a token. We have seen how we use this particular token to trigger the notification from the FCM console. However, the further steps we will have to change. Instead of triggering notification from the FCM, we will have to send this token information to the backend. Well, we can do this only if our backend supports it. For that, your backend needs to expose some APIs so that you can communicate the token, user info, device info, channel info to the backend. You make sure that you involve your backend development teams and closely coordinate them in terms of what exactly you need so that you can communicate this information to your backend. In terms of coding, what this means is, in the My Firebase messaging service, when the new token is returned, you need to communicate it to the backend. So here you will be making an API call. And to make an API call, you can make use of a single thread, or you can even use other REST API integration frameworks like Volley, OKHTTP, or Retrofit. If you have not done this, then I suggest that you have a look at web service integration tutorial series that I have on CodeTutor. You can do this here in the on new token method of the Firebase messaging service, or you can do it in the My application where we have written on complete listener of the application registration with FCM. And here also you get a token, and here also you can make an API call to communicate this particular token to your application's backend. So once you send this information to your backend, you can store this like user info, channel IDs, and tokens, and you can use this in your backend application to trigger the push notifications. Well, how to do that? Well, for that, your Firebase has got a service layer. So you will have to trigger the REST API from your backend to this particular service layer in the FCM, and FCM will in turn trigger the push notification to the mobile app. So that would complete the circle of triggering the push notification to the mobile device from the backend via FCM. Well, I won't be showing you how to implement the server side code to do the step 4, which is making an API call. However, instead of that, I would be using a Postman, which is a REST client, using which I will be triggering the API call to push the notification to the mobile app. So let's get into a demo. So I have created a Postman collection, which I have also posted in the GitHub. So you can just import this particular Postman collection and change certain values and it should work. So let's understand what this Postman collection looks like. So in this particular API, this is the FCM endpoint using which you will be triggering the push notification. And what does it contain? It has got certain headers. What does the header contain? It contains content type, which is application JSON, and the authorization key equals to some alphanumerical value. Now the question is, where did I get this particular value from? This value is called as server key, and you will find this in your FCM project settings. So let me open FCM console. And if you go to project settings and cloud messaging, you will see that it has got server key, legacy server key, all this. So this is actually a confidential information, and that is why I am basically censoring it. So you will have to copy this and then paste it in your Postman API where you are sending the push notification, and then it has got some JSON body. This is the JSON structure, in which 2 is the FCM token that you would have got in the mobile application, which you would have communicated to your backend. Then you have an attribute called as collapse key. This is used to decide whether the notification that you send to your device are collapsible or not. So I am just typing some default value here, and then you have a JSON object notification, and this is body and title. This is the same body and title that you would have configured when you send in the console. And then if at all you want to send some JSON data, that can be sent as another JSON object. You can pretty much enter anything here. It is up to you to decide. There is no predefined template what goes within data, and that's it. You have to click send and it will trigger the push notification. And in the same way, I have another API which is FCM without notification. The only difference is here I am only sending the data. I have not added notification, which is this part. So sometimes you may want to send the notification with only data, and you may actually do not want to show the notification on the screen. You just want to parse it and do something in the background. So in that case, this kind of notification would come in handy, where you don't want to send the notification body and title. You just want to send the data so that your mobile application can handle it. Now the question that you may be curious to know is, can I come to know on the app side from where the notifications are coming, whether it is coming from the console or whether it is coming from a API trigger? And if it is coming from the API trigger, whether it contains only data or it contains both notification and data. We can check for that on the mobile application side. We shall see how to do it in the next video. That brings us to the end of this particular video. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye.